Hey there, PowerTip5, Debbie here. Excited to have you guys all join us today. We're going to talk about using the new Coach app for just success and keeping our coaching really easy, and also making it duplicatable. As you bring coaches on board, it's a lot easier to get new people launched correctly when we have standardized systems. Those of you that are on, if you're not muted, why don't you go ahead and mute so we get a little less feedback in here. And my goal with this today, you guys, is to really make this a little bit more interactive. And if there's particular things you want to know or questions you're having or challenges you're having with the app, I want to make sure we address those. So the first thing I'd like to ask you all is put in the chat. Do you guys know how to get to chat? I'm on my computer, so you just click chat. On the other one, I think, do you go to, I think it's like participants and then chat. But I'd love to see a 1, if you have the app installed on your phone in a place you can actually find it, put a 1 in the chat. And if you don't have the app, put a 2 in the chat so I can see who still maybe needs the app. It's a little hard to use it if we don't even have it. Okay, I'm seeing 1s, only 1s coming in, 1s, 2. Kim Faust doesn't have it. I'm gonna write that down. Actually, Kim, in the comments from the post I did today, promoting that we were going to do this, as a reminder, I actually put all the links on how to install it on your phone, how to install it on your laptop, and the actual link itself. So all those things are there, but I'll also try to give it to you directly after this. Oh, she's putting it on now. Look at that. She's already got it. Good. Everybody else seems like they have it. Okay, great. The next question I'd like to ask you guys before we get started is, give me a 3 if you have used it at least one time, and a 4 if it's just still like out in the horizon and you'll get to it. So a 3 if you've actually used it, and a 4 if you haven't, which is fine. Fine. 3. I think Jessica Ward looks like she's using it a lot. I am too. Dana says she's using it a lot. Okay, Kim, yep, I bet Kim hasn't used it yet since she's just installing it. And Julie Harris, Julie, this will be helpful. Great. Okay, I'm gonna ask one more question before I go into actual demonstration. If you have a particular question or you've tried to find something and you can't find it, go ahead and put that in the chat, because I want to make sure I don't miss that. There's a lot in the app, and I'm certainly not going to go through every single thing that's in there because I don't have to do that. Actually, it's so organized, you can go through it pretty quickly though. The fun thing is to actually read them all and watch the videos and that kind of thing as you have time. Okay, I'm not seeing any particular questions come in. So, got one more waiting person. There you go. Okay, so if we don't have any particular questions, if you think of something, pop it in there. I'll try to keep my eye on the chat as we get going today. But I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and show you the Coach app, and we'll walk through it a little bit.
Hi, my name is Carrie Robinson, and I am the
Okay, so when you first open it up, hey, Wendy's gonna join me live right here.
Can we get in?
Well, you were in the waiting room, and when I saw you, I missed you there, so. Okay, so here we go. This is the home page, and it's really put together like a path. And it's going to start with brand new coach just getting started, or a seasoned coach who wants to really take it up a notch and wants to make sure they aren't skipping any steps. First steps and possibilities. And it's kind of that, what can we do with this, and making the list, and then identifying an approach. All things related to how do we figure out who to talk to about program, and how do we bring it up to them, are going to be under that tab. Health assessments. Oh, we have somebody that said yes, they're going to hop on a phone call. It's going to be everything you need to do the phone call. Starting and support clients. You did the phone call, you did a health assessment, you got a yes, ready to get going. Right underneath start and support clients will be all of the links and the things that you need to get them started. Discover coach partners. As you will find, as you have clients, more and more clients that get going, some of them will raise their hand and say, oh, golly, I have some friends that could really use this, or some family members that could really use this. and they'll decide to join you as a coach partner. And right there are all your tools for that. Social media accelerate, that's kind of exactly what it says it is. We start out like picking up the phone at first, but definitely social media and just creating this brand for yourself as a person that's going to be the positive place. If they're having a hard day, your page is the place they want to go to. They're going to find something that'll pick them up. They're going to find a health tip. They're going to, be better because they've been there, and they're going to want a life like yours. Those are the kind of things we're trying to do with that. So so that's the way it runs down the side on the homepage. There's the homepage. If you ever get stuck and you're trying to figure out where to go back to homepage, start over. Optavia Connect, you want to go directly to your Connect. How cool is that? Shortcut for you right there at the bottom, that little green button. You guys see that? Monday Night with Dr. A's call. We post that in Team Thrive. We post that in Team Synergy. It's in Connect. It's, you should be getting a text about it. But if you don't, it's right there too. We'll just click it and it's going to show you the numbers right there. Are you guys hearing a lot of background noise where I'm at? Do you hear it, Wendy? They're mowing my lawn right now. But here are the numbers. So raise your hand if you can hear me okay. Okay, great. Looks like I'm gonna ignore the background noise I'm hearing. So one of the things really cool, you guys, raise your hand, because I can see you guys. Are you getting a text on Monday nights when it's time for Dr. A's call? Do you get a text? I see, let me scroll through. I see some yeses, I see some nos. Okay, great. If you don't, or if you have a new coach that you want to show them how to do it, all they need to do right here is text Optavia Coach, the words Optavia Coach to 99,000, and they'll start getting those reminders. And the same is true of Wednesday night. They can either click the links here or, it doesn't tell you here, but you can text Optavia 30 to 99,000 and they'll opt them in for reminders on the Wednesday nights. This gets noisy. Somebody give me a high sign. It's kind of crazy where I am. Okay. Gotta go back out of that, go backwards. And went too far. Okay, first steps and possibilities. Some nice little welcome video in there. The new coach action steps. And these guys, these make it so easy to get started now. Just going through here is a video about what to expect when people go to the first meet and greet and how they can be best prepared to get the most out of that, which of course is related to create your list. Here's actually a document where you can print it. All these things can be opened and then printed. Just click on them and then send them to your printer. Look at this. It gets you all organized. People that are on your heart. Like, I still do this list. Do you guys still do this list? Do you keep up on a list? It's not like a one and done. I'm a brand new coach. I make a list. I never make another one. We have to keep that list updated. First 10 share calls. Are they ready? Are they not ready? Did you do the call with somebody? And then did you do some follow-up? My first clients and coaches. Got a place here to keep organized. And you can, that's kind of a fancy sheet to do it on, or you can do it, I'm really kind of an advocate of a notebook. I do mine in my notebook. And I just continually update that and work right on there. When you go to do the health assessments, have you ever been like, oh my gosh, I need more health assessments. Darn, where's that link? How do I print my health assessments? It's all right here for you guys. And the suggestion print 10 is a great one. Another one, when you guys go in and you order your own fueling order, if you go to the business tab in there, you can order these health assessments already printed. They're in a tablet, super easy to use. They're hole punch, so you just stick them right in your notebook. Sometimes my notebook gets messy because I don't take the time to punch holes in them, and I've got all these loose pieces, or I just jam them on those rings, and they're all messy. But they're really inexpensive to just buy them. That works out good too. Program guides, really important because we do more than the 5-in-1, and it just keeps everything at your fingertip. I don't know why it goes through Facebook there, but it gets us here. It's going to talk about the 4 components of the program, help you explain that, how to invite people into the calls. But as you're doing calls and you're thinking, oh, this person has gout, or gosh, it's a nursing's mom. It's so nice here to have everything all collected, things you need to know, links to the guides, right at your fingertips. You can go right down through them, okay? So that is a really handy tab. I use it, you know, even as a seasoned coach. That's one I find really convenient. Okay. Another thing that's really handy, so after you get that list made, they'll talk in here also about giving those people a call and what to say to them, but I'm going to start with the health assessment here. So much of this is getting your mindset right. So health assessment can make you nervous. Like even those of us who've done them for a long time, you can get a little bit nervous. But if you think about what it is you're trying to share with the other person and think about how you've benefited from program, whether it's healthy body, healthy mind, or healthy finances, and you focus on it that way, it'll be easier for you to really think of what the benefit is for them. And then it's just a conversation. It's really finding out what they want. There's some nice little talking tracks in here. I mean, you could do this and be reading it at the same time. I do a lot of my share calls looking at the script right on my phone. So I put the person I'm calling, I put him on my speaker, and I have the script right up in front of me, and I can really naturally make sure that I don't miss anything in there. But I love how they asked in here, you know, is that okay with you? And they say, yep, I'd love to, you know, have you share. It's like, fantastic. I offer 3 areas of health that I coach for people: healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finances. Is there a particular area that you'd like to focus on today? I'm probably going to say healthy body because that's probably why you invited them to the call. But what if they said it's healthy finances? Or what if they said it was healthy mind? We can tie all those things together because we have great resources in those areas, okay? And then get it back to the health assessment part. If failure wasn't an option, what's a dream health goal that you have for yourself? When you reach that goal, what things would you start doing that you might not be doing now? Just really nice questions right in here already put together for you to get this to be all about them, their goals, just helping them relax. They're going to hear you better if they feel like you're hearing them. If they really see this as about them, it's not salesy anymore. You're just seeing if what we have is a good fit for them. And this is an important one. What's your story? Which I really suggest you practice your story out loud. Look in a mirror. What do you look like when you share your story? And just 1 to 3 minutes. This is quick. We call them elevator pitch. You've got a short ride in an elevator. How are you going to let them know what you love about this amazing program that you're doing? It's short and sweet what you need to be able to add in there. And it can be emotional. It's not just I lost 30 pounds. It's, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. I lost 30 pounds. I have this energy. I can keep up with my kids. I actually started bike riding. You know, you said you would love to be more active. You're just going to find this program supports those goals. Okay. And this is really helpful here too. When I did the health assessments before this piece was on here, it seemed like it took a long time to go through the habits, their current habits. And it's important that we understand those because once again, we don't want them to think of this as a diet. We are trying to paint the picture of what we truly are, which is a transformational lifestyle. So it's got 4 components. It's not one component. It's not just the fuelings. It's 4 components, and it's overall health. It's habits of health. And we're building value in our books and our habits of health transformation system by asking these types of questions. But man, I can get through that whole section on habits super quick now. How many hours of sleep do you get? Do you feel rested? On a scale of 1 to 10, what are your energy levels? Do you have an exercise routine? What does that look like? So I can go through all of those in just a couple minutes, and it doesn't take too much of my health assessment time because my goal really is for the whole health assessment to only be 20 minutes. I can't spend too much time in this. And then it's, okay, great. I have a clear picture of what you want to accomplish now. And I'm confident that you can do this. You're going to love our program. And I'm excited to partner with you. How about I explain to you what our components are and what I'd recommend for you? And if you're looking at that, I didn't say it exact right. You've got to say these how they roll off your tongue, but it'll help you get everything in an order that helps their brain process a yes and a lifestyle, not a diet. goes through the 4 components. We start with the health coach, education, community, and then we get to our simple structured nutrition program. And you can go right through that there. And you guys can read this. I don't need to, you know, keep going through it with you. One of the things, is that loud? I think it's gonna get better in a second. Maybe not. Okay. We'll see if the house is quieter than the outside was there. Is that better? Okay. So when people say, how much does it cost? One of the ways that I answer them is, you know what, it's about $13, $50, $14 a day. And the last share call that I did with the gal a few days ago, she's like, oh, that's not much. My son said it costs a lot of money. And we talked a little bit about just switching grocery stores. You know, this is replacing other money you're already spending. It's not a whole new expense. There's a lot of people that think our program's a whole new expense. And I have found that at the end of even sharing the fueling program, that they still think it's a whole new expense. So the clearer we can be on the invite part and explaining that to them, the easier it is for them to get past the cost thing quickly. There's not 1 inch of me worrying about the cost with people. And so it doesn't really come up in my conversations. It's very rare for cost to be the problem. Be an advocate. Very rarely do people throw a credit card at you. You get to advocate through smoke screens, understanding their objections. You know, if they say, oh gosh, I don't know that I can afford it, you go, oh, okay. Well, thanks for listening to me. If things change, let me know. No, we want to lean into that a little bit and make sure they're understanding it. Okay. And this video right here is Harold Prestonbach's video on answering objections. And it's so clear and easy. He just does such a great job of leaning into every single one of the major objections that we get. In fact, we could, I mean, I'd click it for you, but I think you guys you get that, right? Okay. So those are tools in there that'll really help with doing the health assessment. If somebody's new, it talks about the CAB, reaching senior coach, and what comes next, how to set up your co-branded website. That was when I always had a hard time figuring out how to explain to people how to do their co-branded website and Optavia Pay, because I did mine so long ago. I don't even know what the system is now. So easy. I can just copy and paste that link and give that to them, and they'll be all set up. Okay. So let's close that, and we'll go back again. Why is it doing that? Okay, where did it go? Facebook. Oh, there we are. Okay. Then there's some really good things in here. Let's see, is this the one? When somebody's just getting started and they're doing those health assessments and all that kind of stuff, if you go to, let's be the, trying to find the one that I'm looking for. That's not it. Let's go back. Let's be on the next one. Who knows where that is? Oh, there it is. Sharing script. No, that wasn't it. Sorry, you guys. There is a tab. Oh, it's in the identifying approach. When you're reaching out to people, sometimes those do start with a text, sometimes they start with a conversation. But one of the things in here that are so cool, when you're looking at trying to schedule those first 5, actually it's true for us for all of them, but especially for your first 5, knowing that this is really helping launch new people. If there are people that have been asking you about program, or they knew you were considering coaching, those are just really easy people to reach out to. They're our number ones on our list. So you can look at those sound bites on here of ways to invite people. And then I like how they've categorized them. It's a best buddy, a coworker, close family member, maybe somebody you've dieted with before. And there's suggestions on ways to invite them. Reaching out to a friend you want to do this with, someone you're close to and you'd love for them to begin coaching with you. There's a coaching words right in there. Any question on any of those things right now, you guys? Are those helpful? Yeah. Okay. There's some additional ones there, but it's the same type of thing. When people ask what you're doing, and this is a good thing to explain to our clients as well. Carla's last training was so good. When people ask what you're doing, you know, and they say, can you give me a website? Can you, you know, these are answers, because we don't want to send them to a website because the website doesn't discern what are their goals, how's this going to best serve them, any of those kind of things. We want to get them on a phone to be able to talk to them.
Handsome Beach.
And these will make it very non-threatening the way we're doing, the way that we're asking them to hop on here. If they ask you about the cost of the program, we have several different plans available. It kind of depends on what your health goals are. If we can hop on a short call, I can recommend something and I'll sure give you the cost. If they don't respond, you send them a text message or you call and they don't answer you back, what do you do? There's suggestions here on what you can do. If they still don't respond, just going through this, you guys, I don't need to keep going through every little detail. I just wanted to paint the picture for you as to how thorough it is. After you've got a client that says, yes, this is so fabulous, all your client support message, oh, this client, the fat burn, read these articles in here. They're super helpful for clients and for us as coaches to understand, and then we can explain it better. There's one section in here I literally copy and pasted, how you can have the best fat burn on 5-in-1. I literally copy and paste that to a client, especially if they're struggling with really understanding why can't I have these extra carbs? Why do these make a difference? All that information has been put together for you. Client support messages, everything you need, all in one spot. And when you work from these links, when the authors of this have updates and upgrades, what you send will always be the very best version. If you have any other ones you're using, get rid of them. This is the best. They're short, they're concise, they're super spot on. And you guys, there's celebration videos in here as well. Okay, I'm gonna go back and the coaching guides right here. You know, you're out of town and you didn't bring your coaching guide and you want to look to it, you've got it right there. The celebration call is so important. If you've got a client in that 7 to 10 day range, or somebody that's been doing it for a few months and all of a sudden they're really doing great and you want to revisit, invite them to a celebration call. You can do it yourself or invite your coach onto it, especially if it's somebody you think could be a coach potential. It's good for them to see that we do team coaching. The whole team coaching thing takes a lot of pressure. I was talking to Wendy this morning. I don't tell people as much. I say, hey, you know what, who's noticing? Who's noticing that you're changing? Who's asking you questions? When you answer them, Carla talked about this too last Tuesday, is just telling them, you know what, oh my gosh, I'm doing this amazing program. I feel great. You know, just saying something like that is really the way that we want to have people answer, and that keeps them in the conversation. And when, the other thing I tell that client that's a successful client is, you know what, because people are going to notice. Plant that seed early. People are going to notice, and they're going to want to know what you're doing. And you'll serve them best if you don't just say Optavia and they go and Google it and they aren't able to get the personal service, because as they know, the coaching part is important. So then I say, and then when somebody says, yes, I would be so honored to coach your friend or your family member, or I'll partner with you and you can help me coach them. And I don't tell them you have to go be a coach. If somebody said, hey, Deb, maybe, gosh, you could be a doctor. I'll tell you how. I'd be like kind of freaking out. You could be a dietitian. You could go, you know, do this on your own. I'd be freaking out. But knowing we're going to do it with them, and I don't even tell them they have to become a coach. Or I'll partner with you and we'll help them together. Very non-threatening at that early conversation. Okay, and then once you reach this, creating referrals is really good. I think all of you were on the last one. It's too good to skip though, really. This section right here, when people are asking, what are you doing? When you're talking to your clients, giving them these sound bites in advance are really important. And after you do that call with them and you explain to them how to best serve their friends with these answers, copy these and paste them over to them in a text message. You say, hey, that was a lot for you to probably process today. here's those sound bites that we talked about are great ways to encourage your friends to consider getting healthier. Okay, and then helpful tools down here, there's some really great training videos, all of the resources on how to add an account, wellness credits onto an account, those pesky disclaimers, where do I find them? They're all right together for you in these resources. So you can just, in all the programs we coach right there, that's a list of all of the guides. You can get all your guides right there. Coach answers for answers, events that are coming up. We're really trying to make this very, very complete for people in one place. So with that, I'm going to stop sharing and come back to the screen here. Had some more people in the waiting room that didn't show me. So sad. I think they were actually already in. So anyway, what do you guys think? Any other particular questions? Does that help you guys out? Was that helpful? Give me a little bit of feedback here for a second. Here's our chat. Any other questions? Bill, come off mute and chat.
Yeah, so it seems that we just need to get rid of the old simple systems and all the stuff that we used to use and really hone in on this. Would that be your advice? Great
question. Yes. So personally, what I've done is I've moved simple systems on my home screen on my phone to a back page. And thanks, Dana. And I use this one. If there's something I can't find in it, then I'll go try to dig it out of simple systems. For example, you, Billy, asked me yesterday the soy question with Dr. D. Garcia's expertise. Dr. A has done a paper on soy for us. And Dr. Garcia did an amazing video. She's a who specialized in women's cancer. Oops, who we got? Let's see if I can mute somebody here. Let's go back to, got an interesting little, anyway, her video was really good, and that is not in this system, so switching over to that was really helpful to still have it as a reference piece. Resources to run your business really was the successor to Simple Systems, but rarely do I even need anything in that anymore. Almost everything will be in this. If you are trying to find something and you can't find it, you know, be sure to ask, and if it's in there, I'll try to help you point you to it, or we'll find it another way. Great. Does that answer your question, Bill? So I wouldn't get rid of it probably, but it's really rare to need it anymore. Okay.
Can I just say, I think that's like really encouraging to tell new coaches. I told one today, Debbie, who's not on the line, hey, you know what, I'm getting rid of pretty much everything I have, and I have the same thing that you have. I've been coaching for 5 years. You've been coaching for 1. We're using the same thing. So, but my question, how do I give her the app?
Oh, okay. So I'm going to share my screen again to answer that question. You guys, and this is going long. If you need to hop off, I understand. But while we're talking about this, and if you are still needing information, hang with me here and I'll keep answering questions. Okay, now let's see, here it is. Okay, so if you go back to the home screen. Okay, because sharing the new app is probably happening with who? It's not new clients. It's not to do with health assessment. It's not related to starting clients. It's related to discovering coach partners. You have a coach partner that says yes. So that's the logic of how to find it. It's in that section. So you can slide down and it says, welcome to coaching. Here is the new coach app for you to load and begin using right away. And then what I do is in fact, if they are new, I'll start it with the heading and I'll copy it all the way down to here. I don't do number 4, set up the meet and greet. That'd be awkward. Like, am I supposed to set up a meet and greet? No, I was supposed to. But anyway, you can copy those and then paste it right over to them. Okay? Got it? Good. Great questions. Anything else that kind of comes to your mind? Ruth, you're pretty new. Have you been using the app? Are you finding it helpful? You used it for your new client support or finding health assessments?
I find it very helpful. I'm still navigating it. I need to take some time to go through each one, but I really like it because my mom just joined and it's so simple just to copy and paste. I try to, she's in a different time zone than I am, so I try to do it first thing in the morning so she has it so we can discuss it throughout the day. But I really enjoy it. I really like it.
Good. Well, and you know, Ruth and those others of you that are fairly new, those, if you go into that section, identifying an approach, and go look at those soundtracks on how to invite people. Is it a friend or a coworker or somebody you don't know very well? Things to say to invite them onto a health assessment. I just find that that's a really convenient and helpful section, as well as, I've lost my train of thought. It's a little noisy in here today, but those will be really helpful for you. Okay. Anything else? I'm going to let you all go. Jessica Ward, you use the app a lot. Anything that I missed that you think that we really would want to have be part of this training?
No, I think you covered it well. Just, yeah, go in and play with it. Don't be afraid to kind of click and play and copy paste.
Right.
Stuff. Lots of great videos.
Yeah. There's a lot packed in there and it's super easy to navigate. Okay, well, thank you all. Hey, don't forget to get in the drawing. So I did a summary. So you can comment when I post this, you can, comment on it. But I also did a post in Team Thrive of all 5 of the power tips that have been done. Be sure to click which ones you've gone to so that I can put you in the drawing the correct number of times. And if you saw them live, be sure to comment down below how many you saw live. What I'm thinking I'm going to do is Saturday morning, 7 a.m. is about a 45-minute coach training. I really hope all of you are on there and you invite your teams. Team Synergy is sponsoring it, and it's all just really practical nuts and bolts things. Right after that, we'll hop over into Team Thrive, my room, and have a little conversation on what our takeaways are. And right then is when I'm hoping to do the drawing for the $50, the Optavia hat, and for a cookbook. So just fun little things. It looks like only 7 people right now have clicked onto the poll where you can actually click on which ones you've gone to. So don't miss out. I'm gonna make sure I have you all in there, okay? With that, y'all, bye. Have a super, super great day.